Hello everyone. Today we have Mr. Kaustubh Kotrange with us, and Kaustubh has recently joined American Express, also known as MX, as a financial analyst. He has joined in this September only, September 2024. And prior to joining MX, American Express, he has done his integrated Master of Science in Economics from IIT Kharagpur. So today we will get to know more about his journey of getting placed in MX as a financial analyst. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kostu, for joining us today and sparing time for this session. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So Kostu, can you please talk a bit about the role, like जो आपका role है financial analyst का, what is this role about and what are the technical skills required for this role?
Okay. So basically, in MX, in analytics, there are a lot of teams, and depending
Okay,
on that team, the name of your role does not matter much. In general, if you think of financial analyst, you might think that we might be analyzing some balance sheets and stuff like that, but
okay, okay,
it's not like that.
okay.
We are depending on the team, it differs. Like if talking about my team, we are more into strategy kind of thing. So we are a support to teams that just what we can say for the forecasting team maybe. If they are
Okay.
forecasting something, then if they are giving the what, like what it be, then we are answering why that is, and we will frame some strategies around it.
Okay.
That's what my role is. As mentioned on my LinkedIn profile, also it is my role is in decision sciences and strategic analytics.
And if you talk about the skill set, like what are the various skills required for this particular job, particular profile?
Okay, so in my job description, as it was mentioned, mainly it's SQL, and then we also work in Excel as well
Okay.
as Power BI for
Oh,
the visualization part.
okay. So Excel, Power BI, and SQL mainly,
Yeah, SQL for pulling the data, and then Excel
right?
for modeling and
Excel
other
for
stuff.
analyzing, right? Power BI for.
Analyzing. Yeah.
Okay. Any scripting or any programming also required for this role, like Python or any
If you
other tool,
yeah,
maybe?
if you see for any another analyst, and like if you consider analyst in data science part, maybe they might require Python, they might build model. But since we
Yeah.
are not into that thing, then we primarily work on SQL and Excel.
Yeah. And it was your on-campus placement.
No, it was not on campus. I
Okay.
got it off campus.
Or you applied off campus and then you
Yeah.
okay, okay, that is yeah, I think more inspiring that you like you kept trying and finally you got into MX. Yeah. So we can talk about the procedure which MX would have conducted in your case, like once you applied, what were the various steps जो कि हुआ आपके केस में?
The first step is that you apply on their portal,
Yeah.
and or maybe if you get a referral through someone, and after
Okay.
that you get an HR call, and the HR will just have a basic screening round on a phone call, and then
Okay.
she or he will ask you about your background and what have you done up till now, what skill set do you have, and all other stuff, that generic HR stuff, as you know, as many of us know.
Okay.
And after that,
Okay.
she will
So,
maybe
Kaustubh, I have
yeah.
one thing to add, like one thing I want to know. So in this HR, in this telephonic conversation with HR, do they also talk about salary, like what are your salary expectation and all?
They will ask you
Okay,
about your salary expectations.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay,
will
okay.
ask you.
So that is also one thing they want to know. Okay, got it. Yeah, after that telephonic round, what happens? What happened?
After telephonic round, if they find you as a match for their profile, then they will send you the first interview link, and then yeah, it is scheduled for you. First interview is
Okay,
scheduled.
so there is no written test in this case.
No,
Okay,
generally in the case of software roles, there is written test, but most in the other roles, I don't think there is any written test for
okay,
off
okay. So it
campus.
was okay. So after that telephonic round, you just have your first round of interview.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. And what was the gap? Like, how many days did you get like in these two rounds?
Around I think 10 days.
Okay, 10 days. That's good. Yeah. So what happened in that first round of interview?
It was, as I told, the skills that were mentioned in the CV, those were asked. It was basically around SQL. And then since I had some machine learning part on my CV, it also included some basic machine learning questions, a bit of Python. And yeah, for analytics role, probability and statistics is also important. So those questions were asked on probability and statistics part also. And apart from that, just the general CV grilling. Yeah.
Okay. And was there any other round after this interview round?
Yes, after the first interview, I got a call again from the same HR that I have been shortlisted for the next round, and yeah, it was scheduled.
Okay. Okay. So we can talk a bit more about the first round of interview. Like it was online or it was like on-site interview?
No, it was online.
It was online only. Okay. And what was the duration, approximate length of this interview?
I think around an hour.
Around an hour. Okay, okay, okay. And their focus was about your like the things which you have mentioned on your resume, and apart from like some probability statistics as you mentioned. Like what was their main focus of this round?
Their
Yeah.
more main focus is on getting a candidate that matches their requirement, right? So, and as a fresher, you are not done something that if you're not done something that is required by them, then they
Yeah.
will mostly focus on what is required by them.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
interview revolved around SQL and then some questions on their company, like how their company generates money and all those related questions. And apart from that, since I had mentioned machine learning on my CV, then there was a question on identifying the features that could be helpful for a transaction to be like classified as fraudulent or not. What features we should be looking for an airport
Okay.
transaction. Like ticket, we
Okay.
had
Okay.
to, if you are doing a transaction on an airline website and buying a ticket, then we had to
Mhm.
find if that transaction is fraud or not. So we
Oh,
had to
okay.
give the
Okay.
features, yeah, and
Okay.
also the reason for the. And apart
Okay.
from that, yeah, there were probability and statistics questions.
Like can you please talk a bit about those questions? Like कुछ examples क्या उन्होंने पूछा?
As far as I remember, the probability question was that you are given 50 cards
Okay.
and okay, you were given, I think, cards numbered from 1 to 100, and you had to find the probability. You had to pick two cards, and you had to find the probability that the sum of those two cards is 50.
Yeah.
So you just need to how many pair find how many pairs can be
Right.
and just do it.
Okay, okay. And how about statistics? What was the level of questions in statistics?
Just the basics, like hey, what do you know about hypothesis testing? The very basic questions. If you have studied statistics for maybe
Okay.
just this beginning part, then yeah, it was
So
very
I think
basics.
like all these things were part of your curriculum at IIT Kharagpur, like probability statistics.
Yes, yeah, I had studied them in my
Okay, and
course
machine
also.
learning also, it was a part of your curriculum, machine learning.
Not directly, but I
Okay.
had taken a course. We can, you are also from IIT. We
Yes.
can take
Yeah.
breadth and other
Yes.
things. So yeah, I had
Right,
taken
right.
machine learning.
And programming like SQL you learned on your own or it was also a part of your course?
No, it was it on more on the database side. It was like it is more on the database side. It was part of that. I had a course called DBMS,
Okay.
Database Management Systems,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the SQL coding part was very little part of it. So yeah, mostly I learned it by myself.
Sure. So like this was almost for this went for almost 1 hour and the call for next round of interview. Yes. So maybe you can talk
Yes.
about the next round of interview.
Okay. So generally, the next round is will be taken by your director, who will be directing you when you join the company.
Okay.
There is a hierarchy in Amex if you see on their portal or maybe in general, I will tell you.
Okay.
So you are there, and above you there is your manager. Above him there will be director. So
Okay.
you will be reporting to your manager, and your manager will be reporting to the director. So
Okay.
first interview will be generally taken by your manager and
Oh,
then by the director.
okay.
So in the director round, it's because your manager has already checked your technical skills.
Yeah.
In director round, it will be mostly about your behavioral skills and how you react to situations, basically respond to situations.
Okay. So can you
And
please
it
elaborate a bit? Like, yeah, can you
okay.
please explain it a bit? Yeah.
I will give you an example of a question. For example, they might ask you that if you have worked in a team in your recent projects or recent internship, and there
Hmm.
was a conflict between you and your teammate. So how did you resolve it? So you
Okay.
have to explain what was the conflict, why was the conflict, and all those things
Yeah.
are revolving around it.
Yeah. So I think here your participation in extracurricular activities will also help you out. Like let's
Yes,
suppose
you
that
can
we were,
explain on that perspective also that if you have participated in team sports, you can include
yes,
that because if you see the values of Amex, it's available. If you can just do search, Google search, then
yeah.
they want that the thinking and the behavior of the candidate should align with the values that Amex has.
Okay. So it's meant about how culturally fit you are, like
Yeah,
how
more
you
about
fit
the
in the
cultural fit.
organization. Yeah. Right.
Sometimes
Right.
I had also spoken with some of my people who have joined over there. So that their director round was a bit technical also, and now it depends on the person who is interviewing you. But mostly it is behavioral and cultural fit round. Generally, there are these two rounds only. First one is the technical, and second is cultural fit.
So in your case, and what was the length of this interview, this behavioral skills with the director?
Uh, Almost like 30 to 35 minutes because it was not technical, so
Uh,
they can find it easily that if you are lying or something like that. So
okay. Okay.
they can in
Yeah.
30 minutes they can easily just judge the candidate how is he culturally fit or not.
Oh. So in this round, they did not talk anything technical. They just checked your behavioral skills.
Yeah, if they ask you something about your project, then if you are introducing the technical part, then they can ask you
Oh,
questions on that part. But
okay.
if you're not introducing those things, then I don't think they will ask you. Like I was explaining a project and I introduced a bit on the technical side, and the director did not know that part, so I had to explain what exactly was that part. So yeah. And it is
Okay.
more of a discussion than an interview, as far as I remember. That you say something, then they will tell you that yeah, they also think in that way.
Right.
Not like it's quite friendly. That round is quite friendly.
And it was online as well.
Yes,
Online. Okay. And
the
what
directors
happened after?
mostly
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
be my directors were located in US, so
Ah, true.
we cannot have it offline.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. Yeah. Okay. And like, what happened after this round of interview?
Then after that round, I think around after 15 days, I received a call from HR that you have been shortlisted for that position,
Okay.
and then my offer letter was rolled out around 15 to 20 days.
Okay. Means after resume shortlisting, there was one call, like talk with HR, just a telephonic conversation with HR, and followed by there were two rounds of interview. One was technical,
For in
mainly.
my
Yeah.
case, there were two director rounds, but generally there is a single director round. In my case,
So
it
in
because
your case,
I
you
had
had two director rounds. In your case.
yeah because I had two directors in that team.
Okay. So what happened
Depending
in the
on
other director round? Same thing or something different?
no same almost similar
Oh,
cultural
okay,
and behavioral
almost.
related.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. So like you had three rounds of interview in that case, three rounds of interview.
Yeah.
Okay. And is it similar to what they do in the on-campus placements, or it was a bit different, like the procedure?
Uh, this time Amex did not come on campus, so
Okay.
I don't have any experience
Oh,
about that.
okay.
But
Okay.
it's the same thing I think. For analyst role, at least they will have the first round, the technical one, and the second will be mostly behavior.
Oh, okay, okay. And that way, then you finally, after these rounds of discussion, the offer was rolled out finally.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So एक और चीज if we can talk a bit about कि how did you apply given that कि अभी market थोड़ा अभी like market is not very good from the jobs perspective. तो how did you like think of going for an off campus placement और आपने कैसे plan किया कि off campus मुझे apply करना चाहिए?
Okay, let us start on that part as well. So when I graduated in 2024, so I
Yeah.
had no offers, and And then I started to think about various opportunities, not only on the job side, only on the corporate job side, but also in different aspects like government jobs or doing a
Yeah,
business,
masters,
maybe
PhD. Okay.
masters. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The MBA. I was also thinking of an MBA. I had given some exam. Like I was thinking about the exam, so I started prepping for it. But then I decided to take a full time job first, and then maybe if in future I have any other options, then I can go for them. But now I decided to go for a full time role, and then as
Okay.
I had already prepared for data science and analytics previously when I was in placements, so I again started preparing for it, and then during that time, one of my friends got a job, and I spoke with him over a phone call, and he told me that how he had been doing the things and how he got the interviews because I was not getting any interviews actually.
Right.
So I called him and he told me that you just need to DM random people, like, not exactly random, but random means unknown people who you do not know personally. Not random in that case. You just
Hmm.
need to email or maybe DM people who are relevant to your job profile and are sitting at a higher position than you
Okay.
in that job profile. So not exactly, he did not tell me in very detail, but I got a brief idea about, and
Gist
then I
of
started
it. Right.
applying. Yeah,
Yeah.
I started applying. I just used to send requests to my seniors in my college who were like a 1 year senior or 2 years senior, maybe my batches. So I joined IIT Kharagpur in 2019, and my course was of 5 years. And
Right.
some of my friends had the other courses for 4 years, and they graduated in 2023, and they were working at that time. So I contacted them and asked them if they had any openings in their company, but most of them did not know. They told me that they will ask their seniors, and I got mostly negative responses from them.
Okay.
And then once I just DM'd a senior level person in like just I don't did not know him in person. I just DM by randomly. I used to DM a lot of them people back then.
Okay.
So I DM'd and I got in instant reply, like maybe in just 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, around morning, I was just DMing them like 10:30 or 11, and I got an instant reply that do you? I was just sending DMs like I need internship or full time role. If there is any role available at your company, please tell me. And I received a reply that are you comfortable? Like, have you graduated and are you comfortable with coming to this location and all those things, like general things. And he told me to forward my CV to a certain email, his email and his HR's email. And then I got an interview the next day.
Oh.
So this was my first interview off campus.
Okay.
Yeah. So not exactly first. I had also given an interview of TCS, but the exam was given by me in April, so I don't count it as
Okay.
direct off
Oh,
campus.
off
But
campus.
the
Right.
referral, I can say that the interview that I got through referral, this was the first one.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
So then I gave the interview, but since I was not much prepared about for the interviews, I had not given my interview since long. So that interview went like a rough, not that good.
Okay.
And the interviewer was kind enough. He told me that honestly that you have to work upon these things. You know these things, but you have to work on the other things. And then I worked on it, and then I understood that the sending DMs to people who are at a lower level in that company won't don't help much. And then I
Yeah.
directly started contacting people who are at least manager in the company.
Yeah. Right.
So then over the period, I started getting like 1 or 2 interviews per week. So
Oh.
then things went really good, and I just kept on improving. And I started this process I think around 15th of July, and by the end of August, I had four offers, actually five offers, including a TCS one. So I
Okay.
had five offers in hand.
Oh, I see. Okay, so means in your case, contacting people over LinkedIn means those who are at a higher position, that
Yeah, that
really
helped.
helped you. Yeah, that
Yeah, and
earned you
contacting a
several
lot of
interviews.
people. So if you consider sending connection request, if I send connection request to hundreds of people, like consider 100. then I would get one interview from those
Right.
100 people.
True.
So it's like you send 100 requests, 30 get accepted, 10 reply to you, and one or two may reply in a positive manner. So you get that interview. That is
Okay.
1% success rate.
Yes.
So once I found the success rate, I started DMing a lot of people. I DM'd it about 1,000 people and I got around 10 interviews, 9 or 10 interviews, 9 interviews, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And out of
So do
those
so
nine
do you have a
interviews,
premium account on LinkedIn or it's normal account?
for normal account, it's the limit is I think 100 per week, and for LinkedIn it's 250. So it's better you get premium. I had
Oh,
premium. I had
so that helped you to send requests to as many people as you can.
not as many, but yeah, 250 per week.
250 per week.
2.5x of
Oh,
a
oh,
normal
okay,
account.
okay. Got it, got it. Okay, so
So
premium account definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
in 4 weeks, I was able to connect to 1,000 people. I send request,
Oh,
not connect exactly, but send request
right,
to
right.
1,000 people.
Oh, yeah,
If in
definitely.
normal
Like, yeah.
account, by normal account, you would
Mm.
have taken 2.5 months almost,
Correct,
two
correct.
months.
Right,
So
right, right. Yeah. Yeah.
you
So
also have
yeah,
to account the time part in there, right?
of course. Of course. Yeah. So like as we can infer that like contacting people over LinkedIn, that definitely was a game changer for you. Like even though like you, as you mentioned that you reached out to almost thousands or 1,000 people, but you got 9 or 10 interviews. So I think that is still a good number. Given that is still a good number, but yeah, for that you have to take the efforts to reach out to 100 people, and you have to be
Relevant people.
right,
Keep that
relevant
in mind.
people, not
Yeah,
random.
random.
Right, true, true, not totally random. Yes. And one last thing I would like to know from you about this course of economics. Like recently, I heard a news that at IIT Bombay, the fourth most sought after course is economics at IIT Bombay. I heard it, like I got it from the news only. So, how was your journey during your 5 years of course in economics at IIT Kharagpur?
Okay, so I took economics because due to my rank, if I want to be honest, and generally it's like that only. I was getting other branches as well, like civil and all this, but I did not want to study. I thought that economics means the stock market and they make a lot of money, all those kind of things. And I have also spoken with
Okay.
some of the seniors. Maybe at that time the placement might have been really good for economics people, but then
Yeah.
it is good as compared to other civil and other departments,
Okay.
but and overall the course structure is quite light, so you can pursue a lot of things. I took all those
Okay.
things in. I kept all those things in mind, and then decided to go with economics. And the course structure is like well like. I we had more like theoretical part to it, but now it has been made better. So
So you enjoyed the 5 years journey of studying economics.
not I cannot say like that. But yeah, some of the courses were interesting, but like the courses that were theoretical, I did not enjoy them
Yes,
much.
yes. Yeah,
Also, I
definitely.
wanted to mention one thing. I saw one post on LinkedIn today about the same that you mentioned, that we sought after
Yes.
branch and all those things. So, and I had commented on that post as well today that if you ask our batch of 2024 of economics, then you will understand the reality that when the companies at our college came, then the least number of companies were on the placement portal were listed for us for the economics,
Oh,
M.Sc economics. So it didn't even
oh,
cross like 500 this year. So that is also a problem with M.Sc, B.Sc courses, because if you consider physics or maybe chemistry, then the chemical core companies will open for them. But the problem with economics was that any core economics company would not come for the placement at our college, because they would go to like maybe Delhi School of Economics or any uh, any other
oh, yes.
any other colleges which has proper economics courses, because our college is a technical institution and they won't like to pick up students from a technical institution for that matter. So core economics profile is not there for any for our placement. So if anyone wants to pursue core economics, then I don't think uh, that they can get a place core economics job from our college. They will have to apply on campus.
Okay. So was the situation a bit bad this year only, or it's like consistently bad.
For what? For whom?
For placements, like you mentioned that very few companies are listed for like MS Economics at IIT Kharagpur for the students of
Uh,
economics. So
no,
was it
no.
that bad only this year,
Placement,
or
if you consider in that sense, it's good, right? If you consider the percentage of people who are placed from non-circuitous branches, then economics has a quite good percentage if you see in that sense. But the number of companies that the number of options that you have open for you are less.
okay?
I'm not saying that people from economics do not go to like good places. They really go to good places. If you check the profiles of my people from my department, some of them are like they at really good places. So I'm not saying that economics is a bad branch, but yeah, companies would differentiate. If you also see the ranks at which you get economics at IIT Kharagpur, it is ahead as compared to other branches like civil or maybe Meta.
Okay.
It will come in the middle, I think. If there are circular branches, and there is mechanical, aerospace, all those kind of branches, the mid-tier, and then economics comes somewhere in between, like maybe civil, meta, and circular branches.
Yeah, I can
It's
understand your
also
point.
it's
Like,
not
yeah,
also it's not about the branch, right? But yeah, for shortlisting, BS MS
yes,
courses will
yes.
also be less will always be less preferred than tech courses.
Okay.
Even if you had a better rank in JW. So that most of the people out of IIT might not know this, but that's
Yeah, so yeah, I think in your case, you finally worked very hard and you got into a very good place at American Express. So I think, yeah, you must be very happy right now,
yeah.
and your parents must be proud of you. So yeah, any advice,
Yeah,
any last piece of advice you want to, yeah.
I would also like to talk about the role of luck here. Many people work hard, right? But not all of them get to the same place. Maybe some people get at a better place than the person who was working similar at a similar level, at a similar difficult and not exactly difficult, similar hard level. Like if you are working, maybe if you can quantify hard work, then if you are working 10 and another person is also working 10, then you might not reach a level as that other
Yes.
person is because he might be present at an opportunity where you are not present. See,
Yes.
they say that success is about being present at the right place at the right time. And I
Yes.
would also like to add with the right skills and with the right resources. So if you have the combination of all those things, then you are sure to succeed. And
So
that Amex thing is also of that kind of so all those things you are contacting the right people and you are having the right skills and yeah hard work is the most important thing in the success equation but luck also plays a small part maybe because I have been
true.
in situations where I had worked really hard and I have failed in it. I had given all of my energy, my efforts, but I had failed. You might have also faced similar situations in the past that you have worked a lot on those things, but you failed, and that's life. That's how life works.
Yeah, definitely. That's how. Yeah, like we should keep trying. And as you mentioned that right place, right time, right skill set, right resources, and when all these things fit into like
Yeah.
properly, then something miraculous happens. Some miracle happens. But yeah, like the only thing which we can do is that we can keep trying. That is the only thing.
You increase your luck basically by
Yes.
applying to a lot of places.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, you can increase the sample space and then
Exactly.
right.
You increase your
Yeah.
luck surface area by applying to
True,
by
true.
trying the same thing maybe as I told you that 1% success rate if you're doing it for 100 times then you get one then do it for
Yeah.
1,000 times maybe 10,000 times you get 100 interviews. I've not tried it on that scale but yeah
Right.
I've tried it till 1,000 so
Yeah, definitely. It was yeah, it was nice talking to you, and I really hope that your experience should like encourage the other students, like how should they prepare, how should they plan for off-campus placements, and they should also know the true picture, like they should know that hard work definitely and luck and resources, all these things do matter in the long run. So they should plan accordingly. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking out time on this week on this holiday actually.
And also, I would like to mention that if someone needs the guidance, then they can DM me on LinkedIn as well. A lot of people have DM'd me. I had also conducted two sessions, one on I think Sunday or Saturday, last Sunday or Saturday, and one today at 2 p.m.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there
Okay.
were like 25 or to 30 people in both of the sessions, and they just
Okay.
I just shared the how my like the way how I approach the people and all those
Yes.
things. I also made a doc for it on my LinkedIn. It's there on my LinkedIn, so maybe someone, if they want, they can just check out it. I have summarized my
Right.
if how I worked out the things.
Yeah. Yeah, I will add the your LinkedIn handle in the description of this video when we publish this one, and I will
Yeah,
also
sure.
link the post which you mentioned. Definitely, that would definitely be helpful for the students.